Influencer Michiel Vandeweert has passed away. Popular Belgian influencer Michiel Vandeweert has reportedly died at the age of 28 on August 10, 2026, after spending much of his life documenting a rare rapid aging disorder. He came from a close-knit family and he had a close bond with his sister. He had previously undergone heart surgery and a second operation was planned shortly before his death. His family announced his death that same evening. However, the details, including the time or cause, were not publicly disclosed. He was born on June 13, 1998, and grew up in Diepenbeek. Around his fifth birthday, he was diagnosed with Hutchinson-Gilford progeria syndrome. This was a medical condition that caused the influencer to rapidly age as a child, starting around 2 years old, and doctors predicted he'd only live to see the age of 12. The influencer defied all odds and lived over twice as long as any chance he'd been given. Progeria in full Hutchinson-Gilford syndrome is caused by a mutation in the LMNA gene, which causes an abnormal protein to accumulate in the cell nucleus and tissues to age faster. In 2007, he started an experimental treatment in Boston, and he was the first to be administered the drug. The creator documented his life on social media accounts to share and document his journey against the disorder, inspiring hundreds of thousands of people in the process. He had over 90,000 followers on Instagram and would regularly get thousands of views on his Twitch streams. He was also an active DJ. As a child, he wanted to be one under the name DJ Little M. He drove a modified car, and after a call in a talk show, he got a part-time job in an electronics store. At age 15, he published the memoir Ik ben Michiel, which translated to I am Michiel, and detailed how he navigated his life with the disorder. The book tells his life story from his own perspective, and he wanted to make his own voice heard and show that his life was not exclusively determined by his illness. Michiel and his 20-year-old sister Amber, who also has progeria, were also featured in the documentary series How to Be Alive, which was released earlier this year. The pair chronicled their lives with the condition in the series, which followed them for several months. The fact that the two children from one family have the condition is exceptional because it's rare. The mutation usually originates in a single sperm or egg cell, but in them, the error was probably already in a precursor to it. Now, because of their illness, he and his family became known and contributed to the awareness of the rare disorder. He had a close relationship with his sister, and according to the news, Amber has been the only progeria patient in Belgium since her brother's death. The farewell took place a week later on Monday, August 17th, and the ceremony was broadcast live at his own request. There were funerals in the stadium before, but until now they were always in the business seats section. This will be the first time that they organize the funeral on the field itself. The plan is to place Michiel somewhere near the center circle and seat the spectators in the stands, and everyone who wished to come welcome and say goodbye. In a separate statement, the mayor of Diepenbeek, where Michiel lived, paid tribute to the content creator. They said people sometimes complain and nag a lot about small things. When you look at how Michiel lived his life, you can only have admiration for that. Rest in peace, Michiel.